So I'm in a musical for theater camp, and I'm the main character. The dude playing my love interest and I are both gay, which makes it hilariously awkward in rehearsal. Yesterday he made me so angry because we were practicing the fake kiss our characters do, and when he brought me in, he whispered, "Perform heterosexuality, I must," in a perfect Yoda voice, and made me laugh so hard, I tripped and fell off the stage. I hit words at random on iOS 8's new predictive text feature, so I could see what type of sentence my phone thinks I'm likely to say, and I'm not sure if the government has been a good idea. You can tell how someone's mental health is doing by paying attention to how much emphasis they put on the line, "I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all," when they are singing Bohemian Rhapsody. 100% unprocessed all natural poisonous mushroom salad with ingredients you can pronounce and trust. Non-GMO. It's just a bunch of poisonous mushrooms in a bowl. It will cure any illness or ailment you have because it will kill you. Veggie Tale, who sinned enough to go to hell. Pickle Rick. I found my deviant art from when I was 12. I don't deserve this. All I have is me, a lonesome peanut. Peppers are the spicy of the fire, mint is the spicy of the ice, carbonation is the spicy of the air, and vinegar is the spicy of the water. Why would you say something so controversial, yet so brave? Ginger is the spicy of the earth. I'm watching a documentary on Netflix about animals getting prosthetics, and this vet just hand sculpted a prosthetic beak for an injured swan, and the very first thing it did was use its new beak to bite someone. That is very on brand for swans. I'm curious, how do you guys go about creating erocs? They come to me in my dreams like a prophet receiving visions from angry God. They may. Jesus at Last Supper breaks bread. This is my body. Pours wine. This is my blood. Opens jar of mayo. Judas. I'm gonna stop you right there. The Venn diagram of things I find funny and reasons I'm going to hell is a circle. Dunno about you guys, but this is the most hilarious thing I've ever witnessed all day. We've come full circle. WH. The creatures outside looked from pig to man, and from man to pig, and from pig to man again, but already it was impossible to say which was which. George Orwell, Animal Farm. Me. Runs into the pet store and immediately gravitates toward the rodent aisle. Though nature might be cruel to you, and humans even crueler, I will always see you as the light in my life. The guinea pig in the tank, staring back at me. Wanna be Tumblr famous, but don't want to put in the effort to make good posts, so I peddle my mediocre wares at the side of the road. I stand at the side of a muddy road with my peasant garb, hollering posts. Funny posts, sir? A good chuckle for your madam? Sir Slimetony rolls by in his gleaming armor and calls me a peon and a cuck before having his big horse stamp my market stall into the ground. Better than me, all I do is add unnecessary comments to other users with goblin in their name. You're the only valid person on this fucking website. My friend, can I ask you for relationship advice? Me. Prepares a wheel of fortune where the only two options are communicate and break up. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Homosexuality TW. I hate everybody on this site. My relatives, when I walk into Thanksgiving dinner. My idiot furry son has one job at night. Balk at things and make them go away. Easy, right? However, a bear has learned that my furry son can be bought. This is the third time he's been gifted deer bones in exchange for being allowed access to my trash, and he keeps doing it. Corrupt doggo bribed by bear. A bear has learned my furry son can be bought. I feel like this is what would happen if Pokemon gym leaders were real. Listen, okay. So, there's that typical horror trope about the family in the haunted house, and yada yada. But like, have a movie where this family has gone through many haunted houses before, to the point where they move into this new one, and are like, okay, fresh start number 7. And then basically throughout the movie, avoid and deflect any typical horror event from the house, like it's no big deal. Something's under the teen girl's bed. She takes a can of bug spray and some chloroform and uses that on the demon creature without turning an eye from whoever she was texting. Mom's cooking and the family's nowhere to be found. Weird creaking noises. She sighs and continues cooking. Family comes through the back door later with some blood on them and carrying a few hockey masks. Mom doesn't question it. Family looks exhausted and irritated. Younger brother walks into his room to find the dog trapped in the wardrobe. Wardrobe unable to open. Seeping dark smoke and gross liquids. Move it and throw some salt around that thing and kick in the back of the wardrobe. Dog hops out with a scoff and trots to the door of the room and down the stairs. A shadow follows. Lots of growling and snarling and scuffling. A shadow runs fucking outy back down the hall in fear. Dad is in the garage, working in the car. Car shuts its doors and locks them. He is unable to get out. He sighs and starts the car. Might as well go get groceries. Family don't give a F. Hello. Yes. How much do movies cost? And how would I fund this? Y'all are like, I'm baby because you can't control your sensitivity and emotions due to bad habits you developed during your teens on BPD Tumblr and then see an actual baby crying in the theater while you're watching Frozen 2 because you can Elsa to cope and suddenly y'all don't like babies anymore? Okay goo goo gaga. OMG. Of course we can't handle distressed babies because we are the distressed babies and we need adults. You're not a distressed baby, you're an adult who writes incest fanfiction. Tumblr really has the best PvP of any social media. 18 fast food menu items you never knew existed. Me. Kicks down McDonald's door. Jim the fking McPounder. McDonald's employee. T that's forbidden knowledge. Me. Kicking over chairs and screaming as the employee runs backstage and calls the McPolice on my ass. Ascending slide whistle. Descending slide whistle. Several xylophone notes. Wet splat noise. The Zvuki sexores moi nudak noise enoi. The sounds of sex with my unfortunate wife. Hide your IP address. Become anonymous. Is that Obama? I can't tell. They are hiding their IP address. Sarah Booth, unpaid employee of Teddy Halftail and Nibby Pantherfoot. I don't remember this myself because I was too young. My parents had a dog named Charlie who was absolutely terrified of the vacuum cleaner. But after I was born, anytime my mother vacuumed, Charlie would stand steadfast between me and the vacuum cleaner. Trembling in every limb, my mother says, but determined to protect baby me from the monster. You didn't need your heart today, right? Good. I genuinely don't know a better year than 2009. I was so young, and I had zero knowledge. I didn't have an identity, but I didn't have a problem with that. All I did was listen to Lady Gaga and Nyan Cat remixes. LMAO. Countries are sized according to their CO2 emissions. 2010. Thicker theory. Bumbification. Inflation hente. Where else can you find 3 separate, yet each objectively terrible responses to a post about a serious issue? I know there's the joke that as kids we thought that the Bermuda Triangle and quicksand were way more serious than they actually are, but you know what else I thought was a notable danger? Whirlpools. I thought they just kind of popped up in the ocean randomly and sucked down giant ships to the bottom of the ocean, and it was a big problem. Do you know how many recorded cases there have been of whirlpools sucking down large ships? 0. It's never fking happened in real life. What I thought whirlpools were like versus the actual 3rd largest whirlpool in the world. Well, maybe if adoption was more accessible to single parents and lesbian couples, witches wouldn't have to go haggling for people's firstborns. Historian voice. In a monarchy with a small central government and little to no welfare provisions for its predominantly rural population, witches resignedly became both social service and foster parents, confiscating children from parents willing to barter them away for a prince or a particularly interesting lettuce. In this essay I will. Particularly interesting lettuce.